Today, I thought since it is the season of giving, I might do a quick video that I hope will help my fellow 7 Days to Die PC gamers. However, for those playing on consoles, well, I do apologize really, as I'm not sure if you can do this kind of tweaks or mods on consoles. Anyways, let's do this. Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well, hope you're all staying safe. Kenra here, and thanks for tuning in. First of all, happy holidays everyone. I do hope you are having a grand time in spite of what happened throughout the year. So what prompted me to do this video is after I read some posts in Facebook and Reddit about how some of our fellow players want to increase the stack size of some of the items in the game, but they don't want the trouble of getting it from, let's just say, unknown sources. Totally understandable really. However, for those of you who are not yet familiar with this site, I can actually recommend Nexus Mods if you want to find and install mods for this game or for other games for that matter. I've been using that site since my World of Warcraft days and I haven't really encountered any issues so far. I'll put a link in the description down below. But if you still don't like that idea, I hope this video will help. So first off, let me show you the default stack number of, let's say, this 7.62mm ammo. Alright, so here we are with the 7.62mm ammo, which is an ammo we use for AK-47s and I think even the machine gun. So as you can see, if I try to stack them together, they only can go to up to 150 for now. That's the default, right? So I cannot put them together right now, so it's 150. Okay. Now, first things first. Open up your Steam application like this one in your PC. So once you have that open, navigate to where it says 7 Days to Die on the left side of that app. So right click on it and then hover your mouse on Manage and then click on the Browse Local Files. Next is find the folder called Data like this one and double click on it. So once you're inside, you'll need to find a folder called config like this one. Double click on it again, and inside this folder you will be a collection of files. Now before doing anything to any of the files, and by the way, the file that we're actually interested in is just this one called items.xml, and like I said, before doing anything else on this file, this is important. Make sure to back it up first so that if in case you end up doing something wrong, you can just easily restore the original file. I will usually just copy the file like so. Come on, all right, copy the file like so, and then put it somewhere where you usually back up your files. Like for example, here I can put it in my H drive. It would be actually best if you can create a folder that has more meaningful name so that you can easily find it, just in case. But yeah, you can put it anywhere as long as you remember where you put it, right? Okay, so let's say here, I'll put it for now here. All right, now just in case you got lost because you went here and then you forgot which folder actually it is again. So what you can do is just go back to your Steam page again or Steam apps again and just do the same thing that we did the first time, which is right click on the 7 Days to Die and then Manage and then Browse Local Files, right? Okay. Alright, let's take a look inside this items XML file. So right click on this, and what I usually do to look at this is using I highly suggest using Notepad. Don't use WordPad or any other word editor or text editor, at least from my experience. If I remember correctly, sometimes some of these might actually corrupt your file when you save it because they might add some special characters when they're doing their formatting stuff. So what I usually do is either open it with a Notepad++ if you have it, but normally the Notepad app is included in Windows, so you know, you can just use Notepad if you want. Alright, so let's do this. Alright, so here we have the file, and it's loading right now. Alright, cool. Now, let's say you want to increase the number of AK-47 ammo per stack to 6,000. What you can do is click on Edit here, and then click on Find, or as you can see, it has a shortcut, which is Control F. So click on Find. For those of you or us who've been doing this a lot, we usually would have a list of keywords already for each item. You just have to search that. For example, the AK-47 ammo, I think, is the 7.62mm bullet. So I think that one is called ammo762mm bullet ball right here. So let's see, right? Also, the thing about it is that the item you are trying to modify would be the one indicated in the item name. So like so here. So in this particular instance, we found the keyword here, ammo762 bullet ball, but it should be here on the item name and not anywhere else, right? So that's property name. So now let's continue trying to find the keyword. All right, so there's probably going to be a lot because all of these gun, I think this are the item entries for each of the gun, and they probably are using the 762 ammo. So that's why. So once we are able to find, there you go. Now this is the one that you are particularly interested in. It should be in the item name. All right. Anywhere else it appears, you're not interested in that. So now once we find this, you will actually see inside here underneath there's several properties, and as I've said, you're particularly interested in the stack number value. And surprise, surprise, it's currently at 150, right? Which is by default what it is in the current game. So this is actually just what you need to modify. You'll just, if you want this to be to stack to 6,000, just modify it like so, and then just save the file. So I will try to put some of the most common items that you might find useful to do this tweak with in the description down below. Okay, so now let us get back in the game and check if this worked. Alright, we're back inside the game now after tweaking the file, and as you can see, we're now able to stack it more than 150. Now we can actually show you here. If I put this together, we can now put it together, and it's now up to 300. And since we tweaked it up to 6,000, yep, you can stack it to 6,000. In our earlier part of the video, you noticed that we weren't able to, right? So, right, you can pretty much apply these steps for any item you want to modify the stack number with. Things like, let's see, so first aid bandage, raw meat, and all of these other items here that I'm hovering around. So these are the most common ones that you have in your inventory or looting with, and sometimes they can pretty much be a bit annoying that, for example, here this only can stack up to 5, right? This one as well, 125 only, 125 only, the repair kit's only 25. Okay. Now, I know it could be a bit daunting or confusing at first, and it seems like a lot of work, especially if you haven't done it before, but once you've successfully performed your first one and keep on doing this from time to time, you will realize how easy this actually is. A few points to note. First, again, I will repeat, always save the file before doing anything to it. Second, when there is a new patch or build released, whether minor or major, almost always, or well, probably always, these files would be reverted back to their original, so you will have to modify them again. And lastly, for multiplayer games, these won't work, especially if you're not the host, since your game will be using the host server's configuration or files, at least from what I understand. Right, so there you go. I hope this very simple modding guide will help you in your next adventures. If you like this video, appreciate if you can give it a thumbs up, and hey, this channel is all about gaming, so if that's the content you like watching, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. As always, stay safe, and thanks for watching. Happy holidays, and this is Kenra, signing off.